Okay. All right. So we're recording. Are we recording? Tell me if we're recording.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so today it's how we're going to talk about how to close sales and how, there's already an error, how we're going to gain leads. It's going to be simplified. All right, as I just told you, I have 3 brain injuries and dyslexia, so there's going to be some errors, lack of punctuation, things like that. So just focus on the transformation that you want to have in your business. So that's my family. I'm a mama of 2. My baby's 16 and my other baby's 8. I've been happily married to my hunky former submarine officer for 18 years. His name is Magnum, but I call him Big Daddy. So if you hear me on my Facebook talking about Big Daddy, that's him. We currently live in the United States in Maryland, outside of Washington, D.C. Although I've lived on the East Coast, on the West Coast, I've lived a lot of different places. And my mom said that you just take the best of each place with you. So I don't even know where I'm from. Okay. I'm from everywhere. So that's my mama. She did recently pass away, and that's where I grew up. My mom fled an abusive relationship, and we bounced from place to place. We landed in my grandma's apartment. It was like 200 square feet. And I remember when I was 8 years old, I realized I was different. Number one, I know my mom tried really hard to get me services for dyslexia, and I never got them. Ever. And I just fought really hard to get my kids services. It's hard. People don't believe it's really there unless you're writing backwards. It's hard if you're trying to tell them you're reading it differently. So my mom had decided that we were going to move. We moved so many times. And each time I moved, I was the poor kid. And I just never felt like I belonged. But guess what? When I was 13, I started working and I found sales. And I knew that there must be a reason that I am here. And when I found selling and found out that it just meant I was problem solving and people were happy, I fell in love with it. So I kind of don't understand when people say, they're scared of the S word, selling, and they feel uncomfortable, because in my opinion, selling is just serving others. If you are twisting someone's arm and trying to convince them, I don't know what that is, but that's not selling in my book. Okay. That's just rude. So that's me now, over 30 years of sales and business experience. So I've owned a jewelry business. I had a salon at 19, a Jamaican restaurant at 21, 18 years in direct sales. I've sold everything from low ticket to lots of commas, including big, gigantic trucks. Now, I must say, though, I was uncomfortable bringing up money. So if any of you can relate to that, like you want to help people, but when you have to tell them how much it is, you're like, oh, can't they just ask me? I don't want to have to say it. So I was really uncomfortable about that because, I was poor. So after I'm telling someone they have to spend all this money, and I'm thinking I wouldn't have spent that, but wasn't my business now, was it? Right. So I developed a system, and the system is called the blessing method. And that's to get the other person to tell me what they're interested in. You see, if they say what they want, then it's not a problem if I tell them how much it costs, right? But if I'm the one trying to convince them to buy this cell phone, now it's all weird and awkward when I say it's $500 because they never said they wanted it in the first place. Okay, so tonight I'm going to talk to you about how you can get people to tell you what they're interested in. So bringing up the money is not going to feel awkward. Okay, my blessing method is a 5-step systematic approach. Okay, it just basically simplifies your business, and then you can add on whatever it is that you would like. But I believe that everyone must have systems in order to have a business that runs like a machine. A school has systems, a doctor's office has systems, McDonald's has some systems. You need systems, okay? So if you think, well, I just run my business out of my house, I don't need any systems. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, because you want your business to run smoothly. And I'm sure everyone wants to take care of their customers, right? And if you don't have systems, you won't know who's running low, who needs to reorder, whose birthday it is, who gave you referrals. And you know what you'll be? Grouchy. You'll be unorganized. You won't want to work your business. I know, because I've swayed away from my system sometimes, and that's what it was like for me. Here's my recipe. Feel free to take a screenshot of this if you would like, or write it down. Oh, you do need to get a paper and pen because we're going to play my points game. Usually I call it potholes. Today it's points. So if I slip and say pothole, I'm talking about the points, okay? So this is my recipe for non-pushy sales. Now, like you can get sales now, okay? So first of all, you have to attract people to you, okay? You don't want to be stalking people and doing all this. Like you need to have them to come to you. Okay. Now, once they're there, you must pre-qualify them. Okay. And what does that mean? It means that you get them to tell you what they're interested in before you open your mouth. Okay. All of you showed up here and I know what issues you said you had, right? So before I came on here, I tweaked my presentation so I could gear it toward what you guys said you were interested in. Okay. So then you're going to present, and you know what that means? It means problem solve, okay? It doesn't mean I'm going to twist your arm and you're going to be buying a polka dotted Lamborghini when you wanted a minivan, okay? You're going to problem solve. And you know what you're going to get? 5 strategic referrals every single time. And I don't know, maybe some of you get 30. But this is what I'm saying. If you're getting 30 and they're actually turning into dollar signs, you know, money in your bank, then stick with your program. But if you're getting 30 and you're hounding these people or you don't know what to say to them, maybe give my program a try. So my referral program is actually called the Blessing of the Gift Cards. You see, I created a program for referrals that put it on giving a gift to others versus putting it on me. I never say, well, if you really liked me, I'd love it if you would share me with other people. I'm building my business. Please give me the names of your friends. You see, that made it all about me. My blessing method is about serving others, keeping the focus on them. The other part is retaining these people and automation. So if you're getting a lot of sales and they're buying like your lowest price, or they're buying maybe the high price, but you never see them again, it's a one-time sale, you're not retaining them. So you put a lot of effort into people, but you're not getting the residual income from that. And then the automation part, I love automation. Okay, so get this right now, guys. So we're sitting here on Zoom. So this event is listed on Facebook. It's also been sent out an email. So right now, someone can go and register for this event and boom, automatically they're going to receive the email that gives them the link to the Zoom so they can come on here. But I'm talking to you guys. See, I'm not manually doing that. That's automation. And it's very simple. Remember, 3 brain injuries. Imagine if your noggin is intact, what you can do, okay? All right. To make the most of your time, I want you to think about being strategic. This is going to remove the emotion. It's going to increase your client retention. So a lot of you, when you registered, and some of you aren't even here, you're watching the replay, you said it's uncomfortable. You don't have people in your life that are supporting you, or you feel like you're bothering people. Let's just take that emotion out and let's just focus on problem solving. Raise your hand. Can you be a problem solver? Can you just do that? Okay, good. All right, we're going to be problem solvers together. I wish I had my wand. Boop, boop. You are all now professional problem solvers, okay? Now, this is my little message to you. If you're looking for a one-time sale, that's a customer and I'm not your girl. If you want repeat business and clients, that is my specialty. That means these are people who are going to fall in love with you and they're going to keep buying from you. They're going to give you those referrals. They're going to sing your praises. They're not going to be hiding from you in the grocery store, okay? These are your peeps. But I want to say something about that. You hear a lot of people say that people buy from people they know, they like, and they trust. And sometimes people skew that and they think they have to court people, have this long relationship before they get up the courage to ask them to try their product or service. You don't need that, okay? They can fill out your survey. You can see what they need. You can solve the problem. And in 15 minutes, they can make a decision if they know you, they like you, and they trust you. You do not have to spend years building this, okay? They can purchase from you and then you put them in the automation, right? And as they continue to receive stuff, they like you even more and you build that relationship. So please don't spend so much time waiting. Time passes, right? And they're going to buy from other people or they're going to join someone else's team and become their rock star when they should have been yours because you waited, because you were taught that they needed to like you and know you longer. They don't, I promise you, okay? Think about when you got your hair done. Did you say, okay, we're going to have a long relationship before I get a trim? No, right? Same thing as a doctor. You go in, you meet a doctor, they tell you something, and then you make a decision, right? You're going to follow what they said. It can be fast, guys, okay? So again, it's the same recipe, and I'm going to talk to you about this today. But really today, we're really going to focus mostly on the pre-qualifying and the presenting, because that is where you're going to gain your leads, and that's how you're going to close the sale. So if you don't know that closing the sale means money changes hands. So if you are talking, sending links to websites, sending out books, sending out samples, and you're not making money from those activities, You did not close the sale. You spent money. Okay. You spent money. And do you know what the IRS defines as a hobby? It's something that costs you money. A business, it makes you money. So I hope that you are a business person. Okay. So I'm a little competitive. I don't know if you are, but we're going to do little points. Okay. So you're going to earn 1 point for each area that you need to tweak. Okay. Unless I tell you on the screen, you're getting 10 points or 100 points. So try, you can do little tally marks or whatever you need to do. But this is important because, you know, if we don't understand the areas we need to focus on, we can't fix them. Okay. And you have to be honest with yourself. And sometimes it's hard because we're so used to being the expert. We're running households, raising kids, grandkids, you know, we've had careers, and now we're doing something different. We're learning something new, and it's a little hard for us, right? Allow yourself to be the student. Okay. Number 1, you need to show up as the expert. I need to enter and put that down there. Brand you as the expert is what I was trying to say. So some of you are representing a brand, okay? So it's you that they want to hear about. They don't want to hear about your brand of water. They don't want to hear about your brand of phone. You need to be the expert, okay? Then if you're like a coach or something else, you still need to focus on you as the expert, okay? So if you're in a situation where everyone raise your hand if you are representing a brand. Do you represent a different brand? Okay, so I would say then that we would keep that secret, okay? Because we want to brand you. So it doesn't mean your brand is bad, but as soon as someone sees that on social media, they go, oh, she's going to sell me something, and they don't give you the time of day. And you've got a great product or service that people need to have. So if you start attracting people to you with curiosity, everyone touch your nose. My little girl understands attraction marketing. Go to my Facebook post today. She was tying a mannequin's shoes talking about attraction marketing, okay? You want to attract people to you. So then you can pre-qualify them and solve the problem that they said they have. But if they won't even let you talk to them, they just automatically say, oh, I already used XYZ, or I'm not interested. It's harming your business. Now, I, was representing a brand, and it took me a while to edit my Facebook because I felt like I was doing something naughty, but my business soared as soon as I focused on me solving the problem. So, hey, give it a shot. You can always go back to what you were doing, right? So in order to attract your ideal client, there's some simple tweaks that you need to do. First of all, clean up your social media, delete any negativity. My thing is that you can have separate social media. So maybe you have one where everything's public, like, mine where you see my kids and stuff. I'm okay with that. But some people don't want their kids to be shown, right? So maybe you have 2. Maybe you have your professional one where you give tips, and then you have the one with your kids. But whatever you do, think about what you're posting, because I know there's a whole big thing about vaccines right now. What if you were for it and your ideal client is against it? Now you just turn them off, right? So I would just say, stay away from controversy. Okay. And just keep it light, right? No negativity, and attract people to you. Now you want to make a professional banner. That's the background. Okay. And you want to utilize the real estate. That means clickable links and areas that you can click on your social media. Here's a tip. Add your survey link to your social media, okay? Then guess what? Instead of your company website, they're going to go to your survey. You're going to be able to pre-qualify them. I just did this for Patricia and Millie. They're in my group coaching program, and I help them edit. Help them to edit theirs. So those are clickable links. Now people are so nosy, like, what is this survey? I'm going to take this survey. See, really, a lot of people just want people to go to their website and shop. See, I teach educational selling. I teach where you problem solve. If you're sending someone to your website, they don't know what they want. And then they don't buy anything. And then you don't even know who went to your website. So how are you going to follow up? It's like a whole big problem. But I'm like Vanilla Ice. If you got a problem, I solve it, right? So I'm solving the problem by helping you to put your survey on there, okay? Now, I love this picture. because so many of us are like, I can't start until I grow taller, get skinnier, get bigger, till my kids are in school, till my kids graduate, till so-and-so has a baby, till the neighbors paint their house. Like, you've got all these reasons why you can't show up. So stop it already. Just show up. So if your desk looks like that, if your background looks like that, whatever, it doesn't even matter. Tilt your computer, sit in a closet. I had someone on my team who would sit in the bathroom with the door behind them. Nobody even knew. That was the only place that she could go. So there's a place in your home, whether it's your closet or, maybe it's your car, and you can just act like you're super busy. And that's where you have to take the meeting because you had, you really wanted to see that client, but you were busy on the road. I mean, there's so many things that you can do, but guys, don't wait. And I was talking to someone about this today, and she asked me, like, why did I get started? And I said, well, I have 3 brain injuries. And the last brain injury, it took me 5 years to recover. And every time I pulled up to my speech therapy, I would cry because I was always going to get started. I was always going to move up to this leadership position. I was always going to do these changes, but I didn't, out of fear. And then I felt like I ran out of time. What if it could never happen? What if my brain never got better? I missed my opportunity in my life. So every single day that you go by without doing what you know you are meant to do, you could miss out, guys. Tomorrow isn't promised. Live in today and show up as you are. You showed up here, you can show up for your clients, right? You have it in you. You just might need to tweak a couple things, okay? So I would suggest that you create and tweak your pre-qualification process to weed out the people who are not open to hear about, I'm sorry, there's so many typos, to hear about your products or service. As I said, I was editing after people were entering. So this is the thing. I have a survey, right? And I don't talk to anyone unless they fill out my survey because I can't help them. I don't even know if we would be a good fit. I don't know if I want to talk to them, right? And so some people will say, well, what if they wouldn't fill out my survey? I mean, it doesn't have to be a survey. It could be some texting questions, whatever it is. You need to know information before you talk to somebody, okay? This is the thing, guys. Do you see where it says weed out the people who are not open? Wouldn't you want to know that this person is like a grouch or they hate your product or whatever, so you don't take time away from your family and your life and talk to them? If someone is unwilling to fill out my survey, I am unwilling to give them my time, okay? So if you were going to talk to a lawyer, right, you'd have to pay, right? And all of you guys are professionals just like that. So stop giving your time away for free to people who are not worthy. Okay, find out what they want so you can get on a call with them or make a video and show them how you solve their problem. So now I talked to somebody yesterday, they want a session with me and she was uncomfortable with the presentation aspect. And I said, well, how about this? How about they fill out your survey, gather the products that you want to talk to them about, and you just send them a video telling them what you recommend and then give them a feedback link where they can buy it. So she's going to try that out. So there's so many things that I can help you with that is going to work with your personality. The biggest thing is that you're taking action, right? And people are purchasing from you. So as I said, I do this through a strategic survey. So my surveys are very strategic. It's marketing and psychology. So even where you place the name, the email address, the questions that you ask, the survey takes them on a fast journey. So when they're done filling it out, they're so excited to talk to you because you just pointed out all these problems they didn't even know that they had. Okay. And they're excited to hear your solutions. It's very easy. Okay. All you have to do is take the survey and solve their problem with your product or service. That's it. They told you what they want to buy. I mean, how much easier could it be, right? They said, this is my problem. You have the solution. Okay, show it to them, right? So time is money, guys, okay? You've got to remove the frustration and the worry of being pushy. You'll never be pushy if you're solving a problem that they said they had, okay? So remember that. They are saying, I need help with my hair. I need help with my weight. I need help with my business. I need help with my skin. And you have a solution, right? Make it fast. Make it fast. Okay, don't forget to write down your points for everything that resonates with you, okay? the other thing is, I said about the survey, how some people say to me, well, what if they don't fill it out? Like I said, then I'm not going to talk to them, right? Because they don't want to tell me how I can help them or how we could work together. I even have it on there, like who would be a good referral. I want to help people, right? But if they don't want to fill it out and I still hold that appointment, right? Don't you think it's doing a disservice to both of us? And we're wasting time? And how many times have you got on a chit chat with someone? That's the new thing. Everyone wants to Zoom. They want to have Zoom coffee, Zoom tea, Zoom snacks, Zoom whatever. They're spending so much time on Zoom, but they're not making money. I am a trainer for a networking group, and that's what they found out through their surveying, that people were chatting and chatting and chatting, but they didn't know how to bring it in to make a sale. So I don't see what the point is of all these Zooms. You're either going to solve a problem for someone or not. If it's just a friendly thing, okay, well then do that like on your days off, right? But not during working hours. Okay. So see how she's like, I'm not interested, but he's trying to talk to her about it. And that makes you frustrated. And you know what? If you get a lot of people who are saying, I'm not interested, hurts your self-esteem. You start second guessing yourself. But the real problem was you were in the front of the wrong people. Let's weed them out, okay? You do not have to have product knowledge memorized, okay? You can start having a survey and presenting on day one of your business and make money, or you could be in it for 30 years and make money, as long as you're solving the problem, okay? I don't want you to be stressed out, okay? And I want to tell you something. There is no particular personality that you have to have in order to make a survey and present. So I lead a really large team, okay? And I, take people who've never tried a product. We show them the survey and we say, okay, now this is what they said they want. Here's the products. This is what they do. I even have like an index card thing where I show them. They can just read off these index cards for these 3 products. And then the people buy. That's it. It's fast. It's in 15 minutes. And I've had people with no sales experience who are making, this is a low ticket item, $3,000 or more in a weekend, never using a product. It's because all they did was focus on serving. I sold trucks, guys. I don't know anything about trucks, but I had my little cue cards and I found out what they wanted before I took them out to a truck. And I just told them what they were interested in. Oh, this one has this and this. This is what you said you wanted. Okay, boom. And then they bought it. So you don't have to have all of this knowledge. Okay. You just need to know how to solve their problem. You're going to present faster. Like I said, you're going to build a relationship as you grow. And like I said, please stop waiting for the perfect time in your life. Like on Monday, seriously, on Monday. So if you need a survey this weekend, because you can make one in less than 1 hour, and you present it well, so you need to know how to sell. Okay, you need to know how to present your product, right? But you could have people saying, yes, I want it, and holding their credit card up for you. In my group coaching program, Millie's in there and Blanca's in there. Remember when we did the role play? And they were all ready to buy, right? And it was just like, no one could believe it could be that fast. It can be that fast if you keep it simple and don't talk too much. And I'm from New York originally, and we like to talk there, right, Millie? We like New Yorkers like to talk. So you got to keep it focused on them, and they will buy from you. So I want to ask you guys this, and this is a very hard question for a lot of people. Tell me, and you can unmute just maybe 2 people, what transformation, without saying your product name, can people receive from working with you? What's the transformation? Like 1 or 2 sentences. And guys, tell me. No transformation. Uh-oh.
For me, they can receive me as a personal server. I'm solving their problem. It will be a one-on-one. So they get to know me better and I get to know them better. And the transformation is that they will feel good and feel better about themselves inside and out.
So
and
that's the transformation, that they'll feel better.
And they'll feel more confident. Yeah.
Oh, confidence. Okay, good. All right, awesome. Blanca, what about you?
She actually said mine, but I can also say that, healthier, younger looking skin.
Oh, that's a good transformation. Yeah. Okay, so is there a lot of people out there who want more confidence, who want to look younger, who want to have healthier skin? I think so,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you do not close the sale when money changes hands, you're not helping others. So you're not helping them to gain confidence. You're not helping them to look younger, right? So it's so important that every time that we have a chit chat, right? Or most of the time, you're going to close at a much higher rate with my program. You're closing the sale, that money is changing hands. Because if you are just showing up and talking or sending samples or sending books, the money didn't change hands. They cannot receive that transformation. And that's what's so important, because a lot of times people, I think it's since Corona, honestly, because I've been virtual 9 years, and I think it's people who are just becoming virtual. They're just like almost desperate to figure out how they're going to get the money, that they're just sending things to people. And then they don't know how to shift it and say, well, I sent you this, why didn't you buy it, right? So, we can tweak all that so that you're not wasting all this time and money sending stuff, and you are closing the sale. Every time that you've sent something out, okay, and they have not closed the sale, you're missing an opportunity. You're missing an opportunity to bless your community with the extra money that you're bringing in. You're missing an opportunity for that vacation. You're missing the opportunity to transform that person. So it's transforming their life, and it's transforming your life. That's why it's so important to close the sale. So, I'm on social media a lot, and I see in groups all these people like, I want leads, I want leads, I want leads, I want a social media manager, I want this. And I'm thinking, but why? Why do you need someone to go and post and post and post and post for you? If you're not turning those posts into paying clients, it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry. Some people are just going online and sharing their links to their page or to their group. Well, if they're not keeping track of who's in their group, I did a video on that the other day using that tool, group leads, and they're not emailing those people and having an appointment. How are they transforming the other person's life? How are they making money? So, make sure your groups are making you money, right? Am I making anyone uncomfortable? No? Yeah? Okay. All right, y'all, math time. Missed opportunities, 1 point for each in the past 3 months. Okay. Number of people who didn't hold an appointment or said they were too busy. How many people in the last 3 months? Do you have a way to track this? Do you have a Google Sheet? Do you have a color-coded tracker from your survey? Do you have to scroll through your phone? Do you have it on a piece of paper? Or do you not know? Do you know in the past week? Do you know today? Is there any number that you can, and you don't have to share it with me if you don't want to, but I think it's important to be honest. And if you don't know where this information is, it's a missed opportunity, because how can you follow back up and try to reschedule, right? Okay. How many people did you have a presentation to, a Facebook party, a party, an event, a conversation about your products, and they didn't buy? Again, only 1 time did they buy from you. How many of those people in the last 3 months? Do you have a way to track how much each person is worth in a year to you, is worth in 3 months to you? It's really important to know your numbers. I love numbers because they really speak about your business. If you do not know your numbers, then you cannot tell if you're growing. You cannot tell if you're losing money. It's very, very important. What about how many people did you send something to, invite to something, chat with, and they didn't buy anything? How many in the last 3 months, or today, or last week, whatever you know? 1 point for each, okay? Now, if you don't know where any of this is, you need to give me 100 points, okay? And that doesn't mean you're in the naughty spot. That just means this is an eye-opener, okay? And I can teach you how to simply do this. Actually, how it'll do it on automation for you. You don't even really have to learn anything. As Patricia said, Google Sheet, that is your friend. People fill out your survey and it automatically puts on the Google Sheet. Simply tap it on your phone and it color codes it. Green, they bought. Red, they didn't show up, right? Yellow, they booked an appointment. You know, if you have a team building, purple, they join your team. I mean, it's so simple, okay? But you really need to know these numbers, or it feels weird when you have to check in on people, okay? Any questions, guys, on these? Okay. If I miss someone, because I can only see like 2 people and someone's waving or wants to say anything, can you just like yell out to me? Listen to me very carefully, because I am not in the business of hurting anybody's feelings, because I want you all to be my friend, okay? It's okay if you are not happy with the answers, okay? Don't beat yourself up, okay? You understand that. You didn't have a plan that was working for you. It's okay. You just need to tweak some skills. And guess what? This was a really good exercise, because now you've identified the areas that you need to change, and you can make the change tomorrow. The blessing method works fast. Okay. So no beating anyone up, nobody feeling bad. I want you to be like, yes, now I know what I can focus on this weekend, and I don't have to post a million things about cute puppies. I can just focus on my business. Okay. Now listen, what if you could stop avoiding people, stop avoiding the chat, stop avoiding the calls, stop avoiding the presentations, and start making money because you had the magic words? You guys are gonna be like, this is a fairy godmother. She's this, she's got magic words. But listen, the magic words, do you know what they are? They're the words the people told you they were interested in. There is one sentence, and I know anyone who's worked with me, they know you must include some form of it inside your survey or your texting or whatever. Now you can, it doesn't have to be exactly like mine, but it helps them to tell you in their own words what they want. And I say, if I was your fairy godmother, what 3 things could I help you with? Now, maybe you don't want to say fairy godmother or whatever, that's okay. But after you say, what 3 things could I help you with, then you guide them and you give them an example. Because if you just say, what 3 things can I help you with? Well, they don't know. They don't know there's a problem. So it's very important that you're guiding them. So as an example, weight loss, more energy, brows, vitamins, business skills, copywriting. You took them on that journey. They wrote what they wanted. Now, as you start accumulating surveys, guess what you have? Everything you need to post on social media, everything to attract your ideal client. They just told you what they're interested in. So if everyone's interested in weight loss and they don't care about more energy, are you going to talk about more energy? No. It's genius, right? You don't have to do all this extra. It's right there. They said what they want. Okay. Those are your magic words. Now, do you guys know a lot of people don't follow up? Now, I don't know if you fall in that category or not, but these are some surprising facts. Okay. So this is important though. If people are going to fill out your survey or answer your questions, you really do need to have a chit chat with them or whatever it is your process is going to be to solve their problem. Okay. Because it wouldn't be nice if they took the time to fill that out and they're ready to buy and then you ignore them. Because 2 times is the average number of times a salesperson or entrepreneur reaches back out to somebody. But 80% of sales or enrollments happen after the 5th to 12th contact. Now, this is in general. I'm not saying using my blessing method. Typically, with my blessing method, they're so excited that they've scheduled the appointment at the end of their survey. Okay. And it's very easy to book them because they're excited, right? This is about mostly like cold calling and things like that. These are not statistics for pre-qualification. But I was thinking, like, if we know that 80% of sales happen after multiple attempts, why don't people follow up? Okay, so I have been teaching sales in some type of form for over 20 years, and I know it's one of these. And you tell me, what do you guys think? 10 points, okay, for each one that you can relate to, and you don't have to share it. This is between you and your heart, okay? Well, maybe for 10 points, like survey said, we convince ourselves that if they were truly interested, they would call us. Okay. So if you feel like that, well, give yourself 10 points. Well, we're unsure what to say. We don't want to sound pushy. So we can't follow up because we don't want to bother them, right? 10 points for that. Or when should we check back in? How many days should pass? Like, we don't want to seem too pushy if we do it the next day, or is 3 weeks, is that too long? Is that too soon? Like, we just don't know when. We're happy to follow up. We just don't know when, or maybe we're not exactly sure what we should say. Okay, so give yourself 10 points for any of those. Now, I want to tell you something. If you have a strategic pre-qualification process, you're not going to have this follow-up issue anymore. Why? They told you what they want. Isn't that easy to text them and say, oh, hey, Sally, I understand that you wanted help with your thinning hair. I've got some suggestions for you. Is today or tomorrow better? What's she going to say? My hair got thicker last night. I don't need to talk to you. I mean, right? She said she wanted help with that. Okay. Or whatever it is, you asked in your pre-qualification. Okay. So pre-qualification is asking the questions to find out what they're interested in. Okay. So now let's do a couple of math problems. I promise you there's not too much more, okay? But, I want you to write down the letter B, the letter M, and the letter H, please. So for your basic package, so most companies or businesses have like a basic package, okay? So this is like, I don't know, maybe it's $100, maybe it's 200, maybe it's 97. What is the basic? Like if the majority of the people, they probably are gonna want this, right? But the middle is really what they need to be getting, okay? So how much is the middle? Now, the highest one, you'd love for them to get that one, but you have a hard time talking about that. It's a little awkward, okay? Because you don't want them to, not be able to buy groceries or pay their bill or something like that. They have kids. So write those numbers down, okay? Everyone has your numbers? Basic, middle, highest, okay? Now, what is your personal goal for the next 6 months? How much more money, cash in your pocket or bank account, do you want in the next 6 months? Okay. Now listen to me very carefully. Don't be saying $1 million because I'm good but not that good. Okay. But don't say like $100 because you can do better than that. So be honest. It should be a tiny bit scary, but when you look at that number, you should not say, oh crap, I cannot do that. Because if you make it so out of reach, you're going to turn yourself off from it and you're not even going to work toward it because you don't believe you can achieve it. So maybe it's somebody that you heard is making this amount of money and you know that you have better skills than them. Maybe it's something you've done before, but you haven't done it in a while. So you can do it. Maybe make it $100 more than that. Everyone have their number for the goal for the next 6 months. I don't talk about money a whole lot, okay, because I feel like we shouldn't compare ourselves to a lot of people. I see a lot of people on social media, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. And to me, I don't know, it just turns me off, right? Like, I don't like all that. That's just not how I am. So I don't talk about it a lot, but I do think it's important to have a game plan. So take that amount, okay, and then look at your middle package, and divide it by that number, okay? Because we need to see how many of these packages that you need to sell. So maybe it's 16, maybe it's 1,000, maybe it's 1,600. Does everyone understand my math? Okay. Because it's simple, right? You could take a jar of pennies and let's say you need to sell 16, line up 16 pennies. Every time you sell one, move the penny. You could have candy. You could make circles and cross it out. But what is Blanca saying? What'd you say?
I'm like, technically that's only like 10 a month. I'm like, that's nothing. So yeah. So it's putting it in perspective, like more realistic. I can really do more than what I'm putting here.
Right. Yes, exactly. I'm proud of you. See, when we break it down with this simple math, right? I think it makes me be able to say, okay, I can do that. I can do 5, I can do 10. You know what I mean? But when the goal was so big and it was just a dollar amount I was working toward, I couldn't understand how I was going to get there. And that's why I try to teach how to simplify it. Okay. And then, you can just cross out every time you do it. And then, at the end of the month, right, how much more you have left. You might be able to push yourself a little harder, right? Or maybe you hit the goal in the first week. Maybe you hit it on Monday. Monday is going to be a busy day. Okay, so how many more happy clients would you have for repeat business and referrals if you actually did that number? What if you did half of that number? You said 10. What if you just did 5, right? And you know, the blessing of the gift cards is 5 referrals with each person. So that would mean that you would have 25 referrals a month. Could that change your business, Blanca? Yeah. So everybody think about that, because sometimes we just think about them coming to us that one time. Well, shouldn't they be buying again and referring you, right? Would it be a beautiful life? Would that be the ticket, is to keep it simple, right? Find out what they want, solve the problem, get the referrals, and just repeat the same thing all the time. So I go to these networking events, like I said, and they'll say in the chat, I want to have a coffee chat. I want to talk to you. Here's my calendar. And I say, okay, great. I'd love to learn about your business. So please fill out my business survey and it will take you to my calendar. I say the same thing multiple times a day. Or if I see someone on Facebook and they say they need help with sales, I say, hey, I'd love to chat with you. Please fill out my survey, my business survey. It will take you to my calendar. I'd love to chat with you. And all of you could do the same thing. You could be doing market research on whatever it is you sell: skincare, makeup, hair care, weight loss, chiropractic services, coaching services, whatever. You could have your survey, you could send it to them, they could fill it out, and they could put themselves on your calendar, and you could go about your day. And every day, people will be filling out your survey. When I was on the way to Hawaii, 30,000 feet in the air, ding, survey was filled out. People were putting themselves on my calendar while I was away, like for when I came back. Wouldn't you like that? Wouldn't it make life easier for you? The truth is, you've got to shorten your learning curve, okay? Master the skill of selling and trying your and tying your pre-qualification into your presentation. So a lot of times we think we have to master Instagram, we have to master TikTok, we have to master the computer, we have to master all these things. Not really. Really, you just have to master the skill of selling and the pre-qualification, tying them together, right? You don't need to know all this other stuff. Honestly, you don't. If you're going to be working on social media, you do need to edit your profile, which I can help you with, okay? But all this other stuff, coming up with games, coming up with all this, you don't really need it. All you need to do is find out what they're interested in and solve it. That's it. One more thing, get yourself a mentor. Get yourself a mentor that can help you. And look, I know someone who would be super excited to work with you, okay? All right. You know, sometimes we say, I'm just going to figure it out. I'm just going to figure it out. I cannot tell you. That was like my pet peeve when people tell me that, because I'm just going to be like your big sister. No, you're not. You're not going to just go figure it out, because if you would have been able to figure it out on your own, you would have. Okay, so sometimes we just need someone like Millie, right? We talked when I showed you how to change the link. Like sometimes it's just as simple as having maybe an hour with me and I help you and I edit everything for you. Or maybe you just need me to make the survey for you because you don't even want to learn how to do it, or it's too much, or you just don't want to. That's okay. Or maybe you just need a role play. Okay, but maybe you just need something short, or maybe you need accountability. But every day that you don't do something, you're missing out on new clients every single day. Every single one of you should be getting leads every single day, and they should be having a chit chat or whatever your presentation is, right? And you should be making sales every day, you know, honestly. But sometimes we spend so much time on our phones and we're so overwhelmed and we're just scrolling, just trying to forget about everything, okay? And then we're tired because we think we're working because we're on our phone all the time. Our bank accounts are not growing. Okay, so please make sure that every week or every 2 weeks or whatever, you're getting new clients. Okay, there should be people buying from you a lot of the time. Okay, and don't say, oh no, this blessing method, I'm not gonna be able to handle it. I'll have too many people. No, you won't, because you're going to control the amount of surveys you send out. So don't be sending out 1 million surveys if you don't want 1 million customers. Okay, if you want to have a week or 2 a week or whatever, you're in control. So don't get overwhelmed, okay? Did you know that you could have someone fill out that survey? Like I told you, they pre-qualify themselves. They're automatically added to your email. You can send them a text and a voicemail. They can be added to your Google Sheet, and you can send them something in the mail. And I can set that up for you, or I can show you how to do it. And it's so easy. My husband calls me the bootleg mama. I do everything so easy, and it's so cheap. And a lot of those things are free. A lot of people are having these CRMs and all these fancy systems that they pay for every month, and they don't even know how to use. There's a lot of free stuff you can do, guys. Or the texting thing I use is $10 for 500 texts. Okay, how that, or voicemails. Yeah, I teach you the cheap. I teach you the cheap stuff, but effective, right? Now, all this is happening when you're not working. Okay. So like the emails going out right now, I'm here. I'm not doing that. Okay. Stuff's being mailed. I'm not doing it. Okay. All this is happening in the backgrounds while I'm here with you guys, but this could be happening for you. You could be playing with your kids, your grandkids, the neighbors, or shopping, or on vacation, or reading a book and drinking tea, whatever you want. Okay. I believe you have to have automation, because we could all get corona any day now. We could all get whatever the next virus is. We could all get hurt. We could break an ankle. We could do something, and we are not going to be able to work. So don't you want to know that all those people that you've been taking good care of are going to continue to be taken care of? Don't you want to know that they're going to get a birthday card, or like Blanca's doing a tips, a postcard? Don't you want to make sure everything is still going to run, even if you cannot hold any presentations? To me, that's peace of mind. Was this valuable? Are you keeping track of your points? Did you guys keep track of your points? Yes? All right. Joanne, did you keep track of your points? All right, good. All right. Now, if you would like me to help you and implement and shift your business, I'm going to share something with you. Can you, Blanca, put the little linky in the chat? Okay, I have something special. Hold on. I can never stop sharing my screen. Am I sharing my screen? So I have something special for you. Okay. Hold on. Maybe not. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Okay. I'll just leave it like this. Okay. So write down this word now. I mean, write down the word now. Write down the word now. That's a promo code I'm going to give you. That's funny. But first, what was your total number of points? Raise your hand if you have more than 5 points. More than 5 points? Anybody? Okay. All right. So 6 or more points. Anyone have 6 or more points? Okay. All right. Anyone have less than 5 points? No? Okay. All right. So remember how many points you have, because I'm going to show you some solutions, because I'm not going to just tell you all this stuff and then leave you hanging. Okay. All right. I'm sharing my screen, right? That's another t-shirt I have to have made. So the word is now as a promo code. You don't have to buy anything if you don't want to. I would appreciate if you would provide feedback for me. Blanca is going to put a link to a feedback form in the chat. You can open that up while I'm talking to you. I want you to open it up, and I want you to go to the very bottom of it, and it says promo code. I want you to put the word now in there and hit enter. It will change all the prices for you, so you don't have to do any math. Okay. All right. So here is the QR code if you prefer for the feedback form, or you can just go to the chat and open it up so I can walk you through what it says. Okay. So on the top of everyone have it, by the way? Everyone open it up? Can't see you guys. Everyone good? Y'all got did y'all open up the feedback form? No. Okay. Do you need help? I don't know what you're saying, Millie. It's in the chat. Do you guys know where to go to the chat? Go to the chat.
She wanted to probably see the QR code.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead. See, I have her trained to have 2 devices. I'm so proud of you. It's hard when you share the screen, you can't see everybody. Okay. Are we good? Give me thumbs up. Are we good? Is anyone not good? How about that? Does anyone need help accessing this feedback form? So for providing feedback, do you guys see that you're going to be entered into a fabulous prize, right? Okay. So Patricia, can you see it? Oh, you're muted. Let me show you guys what the feedback form looks like. Okay.
Vanessa said got it. So Vanessa's good.
Vanessa's got it. Okay, cool.
Okay, I am in.
You're in. Okay, this is what it looks like. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So just for filling out this survey, okay, you're going to be entered to win a 3-day vacation getaway or a 1-hour custom sales strategy session at $350 value with me. There's no purchase necessary to provide feedback. This is to help me to understand how I can provide, help for everybody, right? But I'm also going to give you a special with the promo code NOW to help you. Okay. So if you just scroll to the bottom, okay, and you type it in right here and you hit apply. Do you see it changes all the prices? So that's what I wanted you guys to do. Okay. So now I'm going to give you some solutions to fill in your potholes or for your points. Bootcamp is for someone with 5 potholes or less. This is someone who's not sure what their potholes are. Potholes, the points, the areas where you need to tweak, okay? Bootcamp will help you to identify the areas you need to tweak. It is a self-paced 5 days of action steps, okay? You won't learn how to make a survey, but you will learn what areas you need to focus on. If you need to learn to pre-qualify, if you need to learn social media tips, things like that, okay? So sales school is for someone with 6 or more potholes or points and is motivated and ready to make a change. You want to get your systems in place. You want to increase your sales. You want to gain pre-qualified leads. Now, with the bonuses I'm going to give you, you're actually going to learn how to make surveys and you're actually going to have coaching with me. Okay. Can you imagine how your life would be different if you just got it all done? Just get it all done. Okay. There's my fairy godmother question, guys. Okay. So this is boot camp. This is what you would learn. Okay. You're going to learn how to show up as the authority. You're going to learn how to identify the benefits. I would say for the ladies who took boot camp, wouldn't you say most people do not know how to identify the benefits of their products, right? It's very difficult.
Yes.
You're going to learn about pre-qualifying, how to effectively do it, but you will not learn how to make a survey. You're going to learn the magic selling words, what not to say, what to say to not be pushy. And you're going to learn simple non-techie tools. Okay. So that is what bootcamp is. Now with that promo code, it's $77.60. Okay. So you could do it in 5 hours. You could do it in 5 days. It's self-paced and you have lifetime access in my portal. Now, sales school, you're going to learn a lot. Basically, you're going to learn how to sell. You're going to learn the whole sales process, the 5 steps, how to attract people, how to pre-qualify them. Now you're going to learn how to make a survey as well. You're going to learn how to present. You're going to learn how to get referrals. You're going to learn the automation. I'm going to teach you the recipe, all my simple steps for tech. So for those of you taking computer classes, you might not need that anymore. You're going to learn the blessing of the gift cards. This is actually the whole layout. So with this bundle, you will get sales school. It's already pre-done. It is self-paced. I go in every week and I answer any questions that you have. You're going to learn my blessing of the gift cards. It is a step-by-step guide. When do you bring it up? What do you say in your presentation? Birthday lead generating guide, the exact scripts, everything that you need to say in order to get leads for birthdays. Everyone has a birthday, whether they choose to celebrate it or not. You're going to get my sales toolbox. Raise your hand if you're in my sales toolbox group. Yeah, Patricia, you're in there. This is where there's, what'd you say?
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, sorry, I lost you. So the sales toolbox, I did this course last April, and then I realized this is really good. I made these guides. So I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying I made guides where you can print them out, and I tell everyone, put them in a page protector and just check off with a, waterproof, not waterproof, what is that, what's called waterproof? Washable marker, yeah. As you do the steps, that way you're not missing anything. Because like I said, a lot of times with the tech, people don't tell us all the steps. So I show you exactly how to do the texting service, how to use the mailing, how to write a welcome email. Everyone should receive a welcome email when they become your client. I teach you all of that. So that's there for you as your guide. Now you're also going to get surveys to sell. In 1 hour, you will learn how to create an effective survey. And you will also have 1 month of my Blessing Method group coaching program. And for the ladies who are in that, I don't know, what would you say about the group coaching program?
Oh,
Is it beneficial?
Awesome. It's so
I thought you said it was awful. I was like, what?
No, I said it's awesome.
Clearly, we don't talk about this in advance.
I love it. I learned so much from it.
What have you learned?
I learned that we all learn at different levels. And when you're coaching another person, I'm going, oh, I need that too. And I learned that some things that people do doesn't apply to me. So I don't even have to go there.
Right, exactly. I love that. I love that. Yes, yes. Keeping it simple. So with the code, you can see it dropped down to $797. Okay, so that was like $20,000 worth of coaching and workshops and everything to transform your business. And listen, what if you only took the 5 steps out of that pre-qualified major survey? I bet it would make you a lot of money. Maybe you don't want any of that. Maybe you're like, I just want to know how to get my 5 referrals with the blessing of the gift cards. Okay, here it is. Here's my guide. I wrote down every single step. You do get this free in the sales school though. It's $77. Maybe you don't want my help. Here's surveys to sell and feedback to close. This is going to teach you how to make a survey in less than 1 hour. 2 workbooks, one for the feedback, one to get surveys. I'm talking every time you have an event like this, you need a registration. That's a survey. Every time you present, there needs to be a feedback form. You need to know what people were interested in. Okay, so I'll teach you that. $717. Now, some people just want to do birthdays. That's okay. I'm going to give you the whole guide, everything I do. Okay. My birthdays have made me 50% more this past year when I changed some tweaks. And I'm telling you exactly what I did in this program right here. Step-by-step guide. The words I used, everything. Okay. $77.60. It comes with your survey, with your sales school. Now, some people though, they don't want any of that. They just want this 1 hour. They want me to go to their social media. They want me to tell them what they need to edit. They want me to look at their Facebook or wherever, and they want to say, they want either me to do it, or I can show them what they need to do to get a social media audit with a report, or I can help you to edit. You can also choose from the following areas for it. We can set up your tech. We can do sales tips. We could role play. We can set up your system. Maybe you just want me to set up your welcome email. I can do all that for you. Okay. So if you just want 1 hour with that coupon code, now it's $280 for 1 hour. If we could just get all that out of the way, would it be helpful to you? Right? Get your email, get that done. Fix the things. We'll do it together, or I'll do it. Now, this has been a new program. This last one is because so many people are telling me this is what they want. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to do it for you. Okay, done for you. I'm going to make you 2 surveys. I'm going to set up your email. I'm going to do your tech. We're going to role play if you want. Okay, I'm going to give you selling scripts. I'm going to assist you. Okay, of course, it'll be customized to what you need, but you will have 2 surveys. Okay. So I will set all of this up for you. They're going to have 15 hours with me. Okay. We break that up, but that does not include, there's going to be time where I'm going to need to talk to you so I can write your survey. So that's not even including the time where I'm going to work with you to create your surveys. Okay. If you have effective surveys and you knew how to present, because we role played it, you're going to be making money. So 1 survey can make you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. So with your code, that's a pretty good deal. Okay, so of course, like I said, you don't have to buy anything at all. I'm happy to help you, and I hope that you got some nuggets. Okay, but these are what I have available to you with that code. Please don't share that code out. That was just for you guys for being on here, and it's only going to be good for a couple of days. And then of course people can provide feedback, but that code won't be on there. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful. This is the promo code. I'll put it in here. Okay, so I am going to